Yes. This DJ will kick the floor in three, two, 1.
On the troll.
Hello and welcome back to Mzansi. We are back again. It is that time of the night where we have to talk about what is happening around. I would say it like that because there's a lot that is happening. You know, when the case of Senzo started, we had a lot of things that needed to move. Now we are facing a situation where we also saw a case against LONGWE, and in that same breath, we had to discuss it. And we did. And I remember very well when I said, this case is just there for decoration, if you ask me. And so today, Emily, you are here to tell us what happened about that case. What unfolded about that case?
Hi guys, welcome back to the Mzansi Reality YouTube channel. Yes, I don't know how I missed this one. It was also hush hush, and it was happening around the time that we were covering the trial, right? So Nani family, you don't tip me, like you don't tell me anything. So here I am, I'm looking for, I don't even remember what I was looking for because we were supposed to do Zungu's story, right?
Yeah, we were, yes.
And then next thing, I stumble across this news that LONGWE apparently got sentenced in that charge of his that he had in December. And then he got like 25 hours of community service. And guess what? He didn't even pitch for those 25 hours of community service. He told the investigating officer that he was sick. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And I was like, wow. All of this happened and it didn't make news. It wasn't breaking news. It wasn't all over the papers. What's going on? Because the first time when we heard about this case that he had stolen equipment, music equipment from his father's studio.
Yes.
It was all over.
It was.
So what happened?
To such an extent that even your SABC gave it, how many minutes? 7 minutes or so?
They even went to the court live and recorded it live.
Yes.
We even analyzed some of the proceedings here on Mzansi Reality. So now I'm like, but why is this hush hush like this? Like I only found like one article on this. And I'm like, Haibo. You know? So LONGWE Twala, the troubled son of award-winning music executive Chico Twala, failed to complete his community service punishment after stealing his father's studio equipment valued at an estimated 300,000 rands. So he was summoned to appear before the Randburg Magistrates Court at the beginning of June. Now this is after he failed to complete his diversion sentence for stealing his father's equipment.
Yeah.
So apparently he was given a diversion sentence, right?
Okay, what's a diversion
I
sentence?
don't know. Please find out for us. What's a diversion sentence?
Okay.
What's a diversion sentence, right? So on 11th May, LONGWE was sentenced to 25 hours of community service by the same court, the Randburg Magistrates Court, which provincially withdrew new criminal charges on condition that he completed the program. So according to the diversion sentence documents, the court deemed him eligible because that was an opportunity for him to correct his wrongdoing.
I'm still looking for diversion sentence.
LONGWE, in his condition, he was given an opportunity for him to correct his wrongdoing. I don't know what that opportunity entailed. Did it entail him going to apologize to his father? Did it entail, but there was some kind of an opportunity for him to correct his wrongdoing. right? And I also thought to myself, Fuguti, hi, how many
Okay.
many average people get these similar opportunities?
So diversion sentence in legal terms is a diversion sentence refers to a process, not a formal sentence, where a person, usually a first time or a low risk offender, is diverted out of the formal criminal justice system and into a rehabilitation or intervention program.
Oh,
Like 25 hours. Whoa, I wonder how many people are given such sentences. That's
Privileges.
that is really that's a sentence that you normally hear from a person of no color. I must say.
yes. Or maybe
I must say that a child that steals and knocks goes to juvenile prison. That's my take.
in our communities,
Yeah,
there's
no
no
such.
forgiveness, there's no
There's
this
no such.
diversion program thing. There's so many of young black men who go to prison, many, just for taking a chocolate at a store. These diversion programs are not a privilege for everyone. So
I wonder who gets it, who gets to get it.
and LONGWE is 40, by the way.
I think they are saying is a first timer.
Always a first time offender.
That's what they are
I
looking
usually
at.
hear of such when it comes to young children, when they're like, we're thinking about your future. You may not have a criminal record for something stupid.
Isn't it the
that you
father at
did.
some point did actually went to open a case and withdrew
He had
it?
stolen a cell phone allegedly.
So
There was a case of LONGWE
So
having
doesn't that
stolen a cell
count?
phone. Maybe the charge was not opened because remember that case was not followed up. We did not follow up on that case, and I don't think the media also did. We just saw the video of him lambasting LONGWE at the police station and telling him, his bus and specials, and he uttered those words that he actually wished he had ended Senzo's life. Maybe then he would have been guilty of something. Do you remember those words that he uttered in that incident?
I remember. The thing is, I find it all the time when we really, because we were sitting here, we were minding our own business. We didn't care what was happening about LONGWE at all.
Yeah.
The only time we would bring LONGWE's name is because he was there in that house, right? And at some point, like anybody else, people wished that this man or everyone who was in the house would go and tell us in that court to what happened.
Yes.
And then all of a sudden we are seeing these 5 people whom we are not even familiar with. We sit here week in, week out discussing the things that are happening in that court to those people. And the main aim, it is never to actually defend those people, but the main aim, it is to find out what happened. That's most of the time we wish we could actually be given people who were in their house and hear about them. Okay, fast forward. Now, here is the case of LONGWE, Babaga LONGWE, in the media, saying things, and we call him out on that. And then a lot of things are happening. LONGWE is arrested. And even previously, it happened like that. We were invited to actually comment on this. And we didn't even want to, but it was in our faces. And we were like, in any case, that person, in our opinion, he should have been there explaining what happened to Senzo, right? The theories that we had were contradicting. He ran away without a phone. He ran away with a phone. Those are the things that we wanted clarity on. We are given now this part. So now we have to look at this part. And then now we have to scrutinize that is getting a slap on the wrist. if someone was to call it like that. It's a slap on the wrist, like, don't do it again.
Yeah, don't do it again.
Why at the first place did he have to be there?
I don't know, hey.
That's where now the question boils to that. Why did he have to be there? What purpose is he serving? In Senzo's case, someone might ask it like that. Why are we being fed LONGWE not being immune to justice of South Africa? And then I don't think this is portraying it like that. This is my thinking. It sounds like we are being shown that LONGWE actually could be arrested if he did anything wrong. You know, that's how it feels like. But then you look at how, at the end of the day, even this process, that in my opinion, is supposed to show us if it was a proof that LONGWE, we can catch LONGWE, because LONGWE can go to jail if he did something. And then you get a slap on the wrist. Now, what are we supposed to read on that? I'm not saying that is the case. I'm just thinking, Guti, okay, why? Because when LONGWE is arrested, you cannot shy away from the fact that Senzo's case is dragged to that now and then. Even the father at some point, I wish you did it. We are volunteering. So what is it? What's the purpose? Because to show what he can go to jail. He didn't go to jail. He's serving 25 hours
of community
which
service.
He allegedly couldn't serve because he was allegedly sick. So he didn't
do
anything. It's like he didn't go to court.
So my question is, what was that whole halabaloo for? Because it happened around December.
Exactly.
We were dabbling it and also losing Mgomezulu at the same time, and Ngapa Ulong were going to prison. It was just busy. It was a busy December. And in between that, I'm like, but why they highlighted the highlights, the news reporting, the let's get our attention to LONGWE getting arrested, you know. And I remember we even took quite some time before we even talked about LONGWE's case. I think we talked about it like weeks later for us in Mzansi Reality, because at the time we were going through a lot. Mgomezulu had just passed away and we were emotional turmoil. And then I decided to do the whole court proceedings like a couple of days later. I don't know if it was 2 weeks later or something like that.
Yeah.
But Begu is pity in December. I couldn't turn away and just not hear about this case. It was all over. So he was ordered by the court to complete community service, which is aimed at restoring justice by providing the young person with the opportunity to put his actions right with the community.
Young person.
40-year-old man. It further encourages the young person to take responsibility
stop the young person
for his actions. What is the purpose of this community service? The document warned LONGWE that a warrant of arrest would be issued against him if he failed to complete the program. The document also read that the court withdrew the case provisionally, meaning until you finish community service. The charges are not completely withdrawn. After the court had withdrawn his bail money, it could be collected. So his bail money could be collected after those charges were withdrawn.
How much was it?
The bail? I don't remember.
Okay.
It's been such a long time ago, I think 6 months ago. So yes, guys, for those who are new, who just joined Mzansi Reality, we did cover the court proceedings of this case. It was like 6 months back. So if you scroll down on the live tab, there's a live where we specifically addressed what was happening in one of the court appearances when the investigating officer over this case was testifying. Do you remember that, Mr. Anonymous?
I do.
Yes.
I
so
do.
LONGWE was also expected to do the gardening and cleaning at the Randburg and Douglasdale police station. So Randburg police station and the Douglasdale police station, I think it's located in Fourways.
Do they have the date when he's going to do that?
He was supposed to do it. Remember, all of this happened. It's already
Oh, maybe
passed.
they're still gonna do it, man.
No, they're not going to do it because he fell ill, remember. During court proceedings, the investigating officer responsible for the program told the court that LONGWE had been unable to complete it due to illness.
Oh, the court. So it went back to court to report.
Yes, because he didn't pitch for the community service.
And then, yeah, that's it.
That's it.
The case is withdrawn.
It's gone.
Okay.
So the investigating officer told the court that LONGWE fell ill and was unable to complete the tasks. According to the terms of community service, if he's not to complete the task and prove his remorse, a warrant of arrest will be issued. But that has not happened so far, so I don't think that will happen, in my opinion. So also, Chico did not share much comments on the sentence. I was expecting some commentary that I could find. I couldn't find anything.
So he didn't say anything.
Yeah,
Like,
it is unknown whether
I was
he's
expecting
happy.
these kids to go to jail.
We don't know because
Stuff like that.
at the end of the day, it's his equipment that was stolen.
He's the one who opened the case.
He's the one who opened the case. But there's no comment from him to digress on whether he's happy about the sentence or not happy, or what are the steps moving forward to get LONGWE some kind of help that he deserves. But as a parent, you never give up on it.
As a parent or as a person who lost stuff.
Both.
Umangali.
Angithi umntanakhe. Both.
Okay.
Some kind of comment, to just say, you know what, I'm happy about the sentence, or I'm not happy about the sentence, or something. Nothing. There's nothing that he said.
Okay, but now he's sick. So if he's sick,
Maybe he's feeling some kind of a compassion from Tanaki.
also maybe it's good that he's sick because he won't have to stand if they call him to come and testify, stuff like that. Maybe he's going to be sick for it. It's a long-term thing, I don't know, but yeah, that's to me, it's, I don't know what's, what was the purpose of all this?
I have no idea.
We could have talked
Because
about
if
this as a family, and we're like, okay,
Yeah,
sure.
if he could have, if this was gonna be the end, then they could have resolved it as a family.
Exactly. That's what I'm thinking.
And not invite the media and stuff, and just deal with it in a private manner, in a private space, because now a lot has happened. Even this arrest had caused for a LONGWE to go inside Sun City and then come back with a statement, and then he's denying the statement, and then it's pity, and I don't know what's that lang. I honestly don't know. I don't know.
Nama, I don't know. But just looking at this, it was just a distraction or what? I don't know.
That's the main question, was this a distraction? And if it was a distraction, what were we being distracted from if it was a distraction?
Exactly. Or was it a parade? We can actually arrest this person.
Or
that
it's
you
to
guys
prove that he's not immune to getting arrested. He can also get arrested if he did the crime.
Well, he didn't get arrested, technically. What you've just proved, if you were proving something, if they were proving something, I would say they proved that it's not, probably is untouchable. That's what my opinion, that's what I'm feeling like. Like, oh, you can get just a slap on the wrist, like, don't do it.
Yeah, ne?
Yeah. So, Emily, this is just I don't know. For me, we cannot say more. I wish we were allowed to say a lot. But, hey, ngazogcina nathi sithola seseva lapho i-community behlabe thina ke mhlawumbe ngo-100 and something hours yabona of cleaning i-Kosh and Randburg.
You know, the community service is not just handed out in South Africa. It's not for everybody.
Yeah.
You know, it's not, honestly speaking.
It's not.
There's no such. You'd see a 16-year-old being dragged to juvie.
Exactly. Yeah, that's.
And you'd even be so compassionate and angry, and you'd be like, but why? It's his first time and he's a child. Like, why do you have to expose him to such an environment for doing something stupid for the first time?
And many people actually turn to criminals after that, real big time criminals.
I'm like, this is too harsh. Why can't you just like give him community service? 30 days of cleaning the streets with supervision. You know, it could do him well. But no, better get inside. And then when they come back, they're worse. They're worse than the time that they got arrested. They're still a child. Can you imagine the trauma, what they've seen inside? Then you've lost your child forever under those circumstances.
Yes.
But then here, a 40-year-old is
A
getting
young
community
child.
service of 2 days for stealing equipment worth 300,000 rands.
Did they say it's a child? What did they say?
They're saying it's for
young man.
Youth, for young people, for
Young
young
man.
men. Yes, Nami, I'm used to community service being offered for people like that. I didn't know that at the age of 40, you're still considered a young man. You know, and you can get community service for being your first time offender. But this is not particularly a first time offense. In 2020, LONGWE was handed over to the Diepkloof police station for allegedly stealing a cell phone. Now, they are saying that their helper actually witnessed LONGWE taking out some boxes and running away.
Yeah, young at heart.
And this is peculiar, because what happened to this cell phone case? What happened to it? I remember the viral video in 2020.
We all do.
Like, what happened to this case?
We all do.
We don't have feedback on this case. And then come this case of stealing equipment, go to a high, he's a first-time offender.
Injalo nje. Ngakwishintshe futhi. That was an update.
That was just an update that I came across, and I thought, family, you need to know about this, okay? As we follow the Senzo Meyiwa trial and LONGWE's name is brought up in that courtroom, you must understand that as fun, not all animals are the same in this country. Okay, and we're not saying that he's guilty or anything. So don't misinterpret what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is that a 40-year-old man got community service for stealing his father's equipment worth 300,000 rands. He got 2 days. And he didn't even pitch for that community service because he's ill. And that's it. That's the end of that.
That's the end. And indeed, that's the end. So please, Bafwetu, press that like button and do let us sleep. Because there's a case tomorrow, right?
Yeah, tomorrow we're continuing.
We are going to...
It's the heads of arguments with the defense and the state.
For what is it? Local? What is it?
They are going to be making applications, right?
Yeah.
For Kanjo, what are they making applications for? I forgot.
This is the site. What is it? There's this right term that they use.
Oh, locomotion.
Come on, you mean it?
Inspection in loco. Inspection in loco.
You're right. Yeah, that's
locomotion.
Locomotion.
Inspection in loco. I forgot what it's about. Let me quickly check what they're going to be making applications
inspection
for.
in loco.
Is it for that? But I don't remember that. Why am I?
What is it for if it's not that?
No, it's not for inspection in local. It's for something else. I just forgot what it is.
Because it's not. Oh, wait. There was a witness that was paused. And they wanted to. Nis wanted to Oh, doctor. They had to go to doctor.
Yes, the application for going to the doctor. Yes, to check accused number 3, whether he's had a gold teeth or gold tooth or not. They have to make those applications. So tomorrow we'll be listening to the arguments concerning the application. Advocate Nisi for a client accused number 3, for his client accused number 3, Mtobisi Mncube, is saying that he cannot allow for the testimony of the police officer, who's Sergeant Mabasa, to continue if they are going to say that he had a gold tooth. So it's only fair, just like they did the testing with accused number 1, Bongani Ntanzi, they also have to get him tested as well. And he's insisting on his own private doctor to check him. And the state was saying, we have a state doctor. He's insisting the state doctor can check, but he also wants his own private doctor to check on whether he's had a gold tooth before in the past.
So in a sense, it's just saying, I don't trust your state doctor.
Yes.
And putting pressure to that state doctor to do the right thing.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. So that's what the application is about tomorrow. The arguments, they're preparing them right now as we speak, polishing them up, getting cases to support their arguments.
So we have a 1 hour of Baloyi submitting heads of argument, and then maybe
it's probably going to be Sibanda. Won't it be Sibanda?
Yeah, it's going to be Sibanda.
Dr. Sibanda. Our apologies. Konjewe is a doctor. Dr. Sibanda. And as well as the defense. So they'll have to draft applications to one.
No, I'm just thinking who's going to take much time. So the defense, I didn't mention it because it's going to be short.
It's just Banda because he has to counter argue why the state does
and
not
probably
agree
the judge already has a ruling.
Yeah.
As we are speaking.
Yeah.
Because he's a judge that reads and
he decide against the application for accused number 3 to get tested by a doctor, the excuse will be somewhere along the lines of the defense will get their chance to present their case. That's what I'm assuming. That's my assumption.
So he is going to do that.
I'm thinking so, because they are not really enthusiastic about this whole motion that Advocate Nisi has put forth. So they're probably going to say no. The accused number 3 has an opportunity and a chance to present their case. And they will get those testings done when they present their case. This is me just guessing. I don't know.
Which is normally not that weighing heavily as it would now.
Yes. So Zobona is ruling.
Shame. Buffett, thank you very much for being here with us. Yeah, best lunch. Still to the office after a long
this
day.
update is important because I invested my time on LONGWE's case and for it to end so silently.
It did. So siyabonga owethu Hlawu siyeniphoka Mashishi mkenjane Mufukeng Swiso Moyo Mlambo Design Mpumezwane Pinky Ziba Muzwakhe Hadebe Radebe Hlehle, I've mentioned you, CDHL Musabanda Ntombi Ximba Tlhaki Muhlaudi, our member, Mamfuneka, yes. Yes, Lindiwe, Miss Mbali, Tobega, D, our moderator, Sibusani Sibanda, our member, Siyabonga bafethu Mpumezwane. Sibonga nje bonga Musa Manqele, tuyazi Muzwakhe, okay, Muzwakhe I've mentioned. Yeah, siyabonga bafethu Ndumo Ncube. Siyabonga Cosmo Tswane. Yeah. Many A's and OA. Hey. Emil will teach me this one. Yeah, Cosmos. Siyabonga. Siphiwe Nyawo siyabonga kakhulu bafowethu. And Pilinch, thank you very much. God bless you. Please like the video on your way out. Thank you. We are
Thank you,
driving.
guys.